Calculating board feet. This learning object provides an introduction into how lumber is sold. Hardwood lumber is sold by the board foot. One board foot is the equivalent of a board that is 1 inch thick by 12 inches wide by 12 inches long, or 144 cubic inches. Most hardwood comes in 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, or 8/4 thicknesses. 4/4 is 1 inch thick, 5/4, 1.25 inches thick, 6/4, 1.5 inches thick, and 8/4, 2 inches thick. Board footage can be calculated by either of one of two formulas: the thickness in inches times the width in inches times the length in inches divided by 144, or thickness in inches times width in inches times length in feet divided by 12. Notice the order: thickness, width, length. Using the formula thickness in inches times width in inches times length in feet, you'll see in this example we have a 1 inch board, 8 inches wide, 8 feet long. Multiply that out, divide it by 12, and the total would be 5.3 board feet. If the board were 5/4 thick, or 1.25 inches, the multiplier would be 1.25, and the actual board footage would be 6.7 board feet. Now that you have a basic introduction, we're going to run through some problems. We have a board that is 1 inch thick, 6 inches wide, and 10 feet long. I'll give you a second to pull out your calculator and calculate this. 1 times 6 times 10 divided by 12. The answer for this, 5 board feet. We'll check our answer, and that is correct. All right, now we'll try another one. 1.5 inches thick, 4.5 inches wide, 8 feet long. Hit the pause button on this video, pull out your calculator, and see what you come up with. The answer should be 4.5, and that is correct. Board footage is rounded off to the nearest whole number. So in the preceding example, we had 4.5 board feet, but lumber dealers wouldn't count that as 4.5 board feet. They would round either up or down. In this case, they would round up. 4.5 and greater would be rounded up to the next whole number, in this case 5 board feet. All right, so now we'll try another sample. This one is all in inches, so 2 inches thick, 5 inches wide, 56 inches long. Again, hit the pause button. You're going to divide this by 144 because it's all in inches. The answer for this is roughly 3.888 board feet, but we're going to round that up, remember? So that would be 4 board feet. All right, now a few questions. Hardwood lumber is sold by the board foot. True or false? The answer is true. Lumber dealers typically round to the nearest tenth of a foot. True or false? If you said false, you are correct. One board foot is the equivalent of a piece of wood, 1 inch thick, 12 inches wide, and 12 inches long. True or false? The answer is true. When you're calculating board footage for numerous pieces, a way to simplify it is to combine all those pieces, set them side by side, push them together, and measure the overall width, assuming they're a certain thickness, the overall length, and you can quickly calculate rather than calculate each individual board and have to do rounding. Another method is to use a lumber rule, and that is covered in a separate video. Again, to review, the formulas for board foot are thickness in inches times width in inches times length in feet divided by 12, or thickness in inches times width in inches times length in inches divided by 144. Now that you know how to calculate board feet, practice and have your instructor review your answers.